Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new Energized Football Show.
We are back. Premier League is back. Barry's a year older. Life is good. Happy birthday, bud.
Are you speaking for me now, saying life is good because I'm a year older?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, sure.
why
You may
not?
as well.
Yeah, well, United won 4-0, man. What more do you want, man? Undefeated ever since you turned 29.
That's exactly what we're going to get into, man. Obviously, the Premier League was back. It kicked off on Friday. Liverpool kicked off, they put out a great performance, to be honest there. Loads of action went down on Saturday. Myself and Ross were actually at the Irish rugby game, and we went to watch the Dubs after, as well as Spurs winning impressively.
Yeah.
It was a great day out for my birthday. The lads made a real effort, and I'm pretty sure everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, if you want the deets, go check out the MMA show.
Go check out the MMA show because we want to share the love.
Share the love.
And then on Sunday, went and watched Man United beat Chelsea 4-0, and it looked like
dominant.
It was dominant. Well, the biggest thing to talk about this weekend obviously was Man United.
Yeah.
And what Man United were going to show up. If you look over things, Liverpool were obviously going to beat Norwich. Manchester City were obviously going to win.
Yeah. This was the big game of the weekend.
This is one everyone had their eyes on.
I'm not going to lie. I was a bit nervous when the fixtures came out saying, United have to play Chelsea first. I was like, oh shit. United are basically going to start season off and they might not win the first game, which is not ideal whatsoever. It was a bit strange leading up to the game that it was actually built as Solskjaer versus Lampard as opposed to Man United versus Chelsea.
Yeah, we can start there. Before every game, to show the main
two main players, really, wasn't it?
the two main guys, the main guy off each team, and it was Solskjaer versus Lampard, and it was like, what?
Yeah, because I think for Villa it was Mings versus Harry Kane.
Yeah.
I was like Solskjaer versus Lampard, and I was like, well, they don't show Pogba and
Kante.
I'm trying to think who Chelsea's main man is
Yeah.
now. Almost like Ross Barkley, just because he's English.
Yeah.
Someone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was very, very strange. Obviously, two former players. I'm not too sure if they ever played against each other. They probably did at some stage because Lampard has been at Chelsea a very long time.
No, they must have.
He must have caught Solskjaer at the tail end of his career.
Yeah.
But look, I'm not going to say Solskjaer outclassed Lampard. I think already Lampard has just been shown he's way out of his depth. He was given a poison chalice. We talked about that Chelsea team privately. They're very bang average, aren't they? Especially without Kante starting the team.
I thought Lampard had a better situation that he was walking into there. After seeing the starting lineup, I was like, this Chelsea starting 11 is shit.
But if they all wore Everton jerseys, you go,
that team,
that's Everton. You know what I mean?
Their starting lineup there is not going to get into the top 6, I don't think.
No.
Especially with people like Wolves, Leicester, and Everton sniffing around. That doesn't look like it's going to work out. Obviously, Kante didn't start for Chelsea. Obviously, Willian is a huge miss as well. But I think Lampard's now, the first game, we caught them cold.
Yeah.
Even though they should have been 2-1 up at half time, I 100% agree to that. But Chelsea, that's not going to be their starting 11 for their throughout the season. I think they will sort of fix things. I don't know how or where, but
yeah, but I even think if you bring Willian and Kante into that team, it doesn't actually make them that much better.
Yeah.
Relying on Tammy Abraham for the goals this year, I think is a big ask.
Yeah.
Mason Mount was great in the championship last year, and obviously played with Frank Lampard, and obviously Ross Barkley will probably get more of a chance now that there's an English manager in charge. But even still, those players they have, we're only saying to Barry, Zoom and Barkley were sort of Everton-each talent players. Kante's obviously unbelievable, but I highly doubt he's going to be there next year. Someone's going to come in and take him. And then, is Willian Chelsea's new talisman? I mean, that doesn't really scream, striving for the future.
Yeah. Well, they basically lost their arguably greatest ever talent in Eden Hazard. So, obviously, it's not going to be as easy as possible.
No, but they lost him and they didn't get a chance to replace him.
Yeah.
They also, in fairness, they sold over 200 million worth of talent. Sold Morata as well for 60 million. Now, Morata never set Stamford Bridge alight, but they also sold someone for 60 million and didn't replace him. They sold two of their best attacking players and bought no one.
Well, they
I
have
know
the
they
ban.
have a transfer ban, but they should have foreshadowed that they were going to do that. Well, I don't know if could they've got a swap deal with players, or is that not allowed to do that?
I'm not sure exactly their situation, but no, or else they would have.
Yeah, because I think the only reason they got Kovacic is because it was pre-agreed.
Yeah, because he was already there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we caught them. We just got them at the right time.
Yeah.
But then what did you make of? Well, United then came in and then 4-0 at the end.
Yeah. Harry Maguire looked very, very good, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to start off with the penalty. Rashford scored the penalty. First of all, great penalty. Well, I was sort of like, why didn't Pogba take that? Why do you think Pogba didn't take that?
This is my theory on it. Rashford signed a new contract this summer, and I'd say he has like a goal bonus, or he has a goal tally to hit in his contract for like a bonus. So therefore, he's like, right, I'm hitting the penalties now. I think that's part of his deal.
Well, he's the one who hit the winning penalty against PSG.
Well, like in fairness, he's the striker. If he gets fouled, he should be like, right, it's my penalty.
Yeah, but that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think.
But like, I wouldn't be surprised if he also got a goal bonus for scoring.
Well, I'm sure he gets a goal bonus anyway. But like, what are strikers there for? You know what I mean? But I think it's good the way Rashford or even Martial, whoever wants to take one, is like, right, I'm the penalty taker, because Pogba's stats were glossed over a bit with him taking all the penalties. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he scored 8 penalties and he scored 11 goals in the season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because when we won the penalty, I was like, is Pogba going to do that like poxy run up? And you're like, oh, here.
Apparently
like,
he's done doing that. Apparently he came out and said it. He was like, oh, I don't do that anymore.
Right, see the way when they scored, right, first, like the last while, they've, like, Manchester United have been the vein of my existence. Like, they've had me so pissed off and everything. And then for Rashford to bury that fucking penalty, right? Because I love football. Obviously, that's why we do this show. And they went over to that fucking corner, and then they all embraced. And I hadn't seen that in I don't know how long. Like, proper, like, boys, sink or swim, we're all in this boat together. Let's go fucking go for it. And then they all embraced, right? And then Pogba came over, and then, like, he put his arm around, and then Rashford literally, like, stuck his hand out, and he was like, grabbed his hand like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like he like made sure he got in it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you feel the energy, and he's like, we're all part of this together. And I was like, they're a load of boys. That's it. The average age for that team was like 23 and a half.
For me, when I saw Daniel James score the 4th goal and everyone celebrate with him, I was like, no, that's United. If you know what I mean. Like,
didn't he
they are United.
Isn't
like,
Daniel
you know
James like a being, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's just, you feel like that's your little brother or something running
He's so
around.
small. I was watching him do the interview after the game. He was so nervous. He was like, yeah, well, you know, like, people thought I was doing a dummy, but I actually stumbled, but then I scored. So, yes.
Yeah, because his dad just died before he signed for United. And then the way he went... See, you want the players being like, I'm here for that. I'm here. I want to play. Even the Max Sauce doing the business. I don't know how long Pereira is going to start. It's going to see what happens. But
I feel like that's when we're like, in the transfer window, you know, you need that other midfielder. Because like, when I saw the lineup, I was like, Pereira. I was like, nah. But like, Bissaka was good. Maguire was good. Like, you can say Lindelof's like a lot more like grand to have Maguire there.
Yeah, he's more confident.
Like, sort of like, I wonder what Phil Jones is going to do. And then like, it's almost weird that Luke Shaw's almost player of the season last year is like our defensive weakness now.
Yeah.
Even though like, I wouldn't necessarily say he's weak, but well, when you have Bissaka on the other side, like everyone's the other side's automatically the weakness.
De Gea looked as good as ever.
Yeah, he made some brilliant saves off Emerson. I think he was Chelsea's best player.
Emerson, the left back. Yeah, he looked alright, didn't he?
Yeah, he actually did look quite good. Pogba made some good passes in the end. I think he got in a lot of people's like team of the week. Then like obviously Martial and Rashford were like clinical up front.
Yeah. The talent they possess is just if it gets going, it could be a shit show for a lot of defenses.
In terms of like that United team, I think Pereira and Lingard like were the only two people who like didn't confirm their position for the next game.
Yeah, and then Daniel James scoring like
I almost think he probably robbed Lingard's spot.
Who knows? But like Sanchez is going to have an even harder time to get back into that team.
Yeah, but like Solskjaer's like he's not fit for another month, which I'm sitting there going, what do you mean he's not fit for another month? Like he played all last season, went to play Copa America, so like he was playing football. Like how's he not fit? I don't get that.
Do you know what? It could be they might be trying to get rid of him or something. Maybe, who knows?
Well, in fairness, if he was sold before the end of the window, I'd be like grand, and they use that money to buy someone in January. I'd be like that's fine. Yeah, because like I feel like he's not going to play till January anyway.
Well, you're going to be sticking out like a sore thumb in that squad if you don't want to be part of that. Like the way they all did that, man, I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, but I don't see Sanchez like them going, yeah, Sanchez.
They want him to be part of it, man. It's just he exiles himself out of the group and all. I feel like on all them nights out and stuff, he doesn't even go. You know what I mean? No. And I don't think Pogba is a big fan of him either. So, and Pogba is the dominant figure in that group. Yeah. So, what he says goes. It seems like.
Arsenal had a very... Did you see their team they put out, did you?
I love the way you brought up Arsenal straight away about that.
Well, like we talked about that game.
Yeah, go on.
I was like...
Arsenal 1-0, yeah.
The 1-0 Aubameyang scored, of course. But, like, I wasn't too keen on the performance. Did you watch their game?
Well, they bought a load of players. They're going to try and sort things out as well.
Yeah.
You know, Emery is obviously a good manager. We'll just see how it goes.
What do you make of Xhaka being their new captain? I think that's a bad choice.
I don't know. Well, like we all watch a bit of Arsenal fan TV, especially when they lose, and it seems like DT and all are not big fans of Xhaka. So
I just sort of look at him and just go, he's liability. Like he's like almost guaranteed to get a yellow card each game, and he's not that great. But I think we just want to run through everyone top 6. Spurs came from 1-0 back, and the ball looked good. I think he scored probably goal of the week.
Yeah, he had a lovely finish.
Yeah, and Harry Kane obviously scored twice, so he broke his duck for August. The top goal scorer race is like heated up straight away, hasn't it? Like everyone who's like meant to score scored.
Yeah, it was all out action. It's so good for it to be back as well. You know, obviously it was shit buzz for Jamie Hickey, but it was great for every other United fan. You know.
Yeah.
Also,
Tell me about the other 2 teams, Barry. What do you make of Liverpool versus Norwich?
4-0
in the first half, Liverpool. 1-0 to Norwich in the second half.
That is 100% correct. Like I thought it was going to go to 6 or 7 maybe. Mo Salah is going to be clinical this year. He looks like the Mo Salah from 2 years ago.
Yeah, I actually thought the same. When he had the ball, he looked dangerous again.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe there was too much pressure on him last year, and because he didn't live up to it, now there's like not as much pressure.
It's funny because last year was like, 25 goals is not enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he has to hit 30.
Yeah, didn't he score more goals than he did the season before? I think it was, but they were like, it's not as impressive for some reason.
I don't know what. I think he scored less league goals, but like more goals in total.
Yeah, there was something.
I think that's what it was, and it was like, I think he scored 30 goals in the league before. He set the goal scoring record in the league before, didn't he? All-time Premier League goal scored in a season. I think he scored 31 goals. And then last year he only scored 22. He was the Golden Boot winner 2 years in a row, but it wasn't enough.
They look as sharp as ever. They're just going to keep going.
Yeah, also, like, they had a lot of players, like, well, not a lot of players, like, Mane was playing the African Cup of Nations, and, like, when Liverpool don't have their starting 3, like, they don't look as good.
Yeah.
Like, RG filled in there. He's almost like a cult hero now there.
He did score there though, yeah. He did score.
Yeah, but he's like a cult hero for them now after those Champions League performances. I'm trying to think who is he like. He's almost like Makeda for United. It's like he scored that one goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like
a bit better than him, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, obviously he's a bit better, yeah.
Yeah, or he's like, remember Diego Forlan scored those goals against Liverpool? It's a bit like, there's our fella.
Yeah, he's like the cult hero.
Yeah,
because he scored.
He scored important goals when it mattered.
Yeah.
It's like Jesse Lingard from 3 years ago.
Yeah. he won't have a statue built outside, but in any fan club, they'll be like, Origi was a legend.
Yeah.
Way better than Vernon.
And then City smashed West Ham 5-0.
Yeah, away.
Yeah, very, very impressive.
Yeah, as you said, Sterling won a hat-trick.
Yeah, that was a real statement of intent from City, wasn't it? Like, they're out to kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's something about Man City that are just sort of annoying. Not the fact that, like, Noel and Liam Gallagher rub it in everyone's face that they're the best in the league. It's just sort of like, they keep churning out the wins. I know they play great football, but like, it's like,
I feel like they have a cheat code on the PlayStation.
Yeah. It's not like there's no like story or something. Like there's nothing apart from being like great. Here comes your dad.
Oh, maybe he's not coming. And it is Chris.
Hey
Chris. Probiotics, brilliant. Probiotics from Chris. Thanks very much.
Very, very, very CC.
Thanks. Interrupting football show, but that's all right.
Yeah, you
never know what's going to happen here on Energized. So, Man City, that's what we're talking about. Absolute smashing. Is anyone going to stop them this year? I know it's only one game in, but like that looked very impressive.
No, they're just continuously winning. There's no problems in the in-house. They keep churning out the wins. People are already losing before they get off the bus. They're going to win by at least 12 points.
I think here's a question for you. Is Raheem Sterling the best player at Man City? Is he better than De Bruyne? Is he better than Aguero?
No, he's not better. They're different players. Like, he scores goals, De Bruyne doesn't really, but De Bruyne can almost see out the back of his head.
Yeah, but I feel like he's getting there. That like he's in the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can make an argument for him, which 2 years ago you'd be like, Raheem Sterling, that fella they paid 50 million for from Liverpool. What were they thinking?
He's going to get way more game time now, especially the fact that Leroy Sané tore his ACL.
Like 6 months, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, do you think Sterling might end up becoming a striker?
Maybe, because they play a lot of the ball on the ground.
Yeah, it's not like Aguero was 6'10". You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
how good can Sterling become?
I think he can become easily
like last
top 3 best players in the Premier League.
Well, last year he was definitely in top 5.
Yeah, last year I thought maybe he was player of the season. I think he scored 17 goals and got a rake load of assists. This year I expect him to score 20 goals. Like, Man City score so many goals that like he'll definitely score 20 goals. He only has another 17 to score. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he'll definitely grab it, won't he?
They score so many goals.
He's someone that I think people will contend for the Golden Boot this year. You know that?
Yeah.
Like, if he scores 25 goals, you're contending for the Golden Boot. And, like, very high chance he'll do it.
Any thoughts on him potentially going to, like, Barcelona or Real Madrid? All these conversations come up all the time, but if he's... But, like, Man City are now a team where they're their own dynasty, where people want to come play there.
I could maybe see him going to Real Madrid. For some reason, I don't see him going to Barcelona. I feel like he almost is a Galactico, in a way. As in, he's sort of a flaunted player, if that makes sense. And I think Real Madrid are more flaunted players, and Barcelona are more like, you know, the beautiful game.
I know, but Real Madrid sort of seem like they're in a bit of a mess.
Yeah, but I can see Real Madrid being like, we'll get Hazard, and then we'll get Sterling, and then we'll get Harry Kane, and then we'll be brilliant. You know what I mean? I can see them three players playing there.
It's like, right, here's Kaká, Ronaldo, fix it. Just fix it with them.
Yeah,
if you can't fix it with them, you can't fix it with anyone.
Yeah, so very much cool.
Whereas Man City's purchases are so tactical. They're all like they're like already thinking like 2 years in advance, 3 years in advance.
Do you think Chelsea might actually finish potentially out of the bottom 10? Like, if you think about it, but if they start losing 3 or 4 games in a row, like, they could end up in a serious rut.
Well, look, it's only one game in, right? But I can't see beyond Frank Lampard getting fired, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm sure, like, he's going to
guarantee at some stage.
Well, a new manager comes in, they're going to have the same squad. They don't buy anyone. So if it's a shit show, it's a shit show, and then move on next year.
They almost might as well just leave Frank Lampard in charge for the year.
Yeah.
Because, like, realistically, he's not going to be able to buy anyone. Unless you want to sort of go with 2 months to go, they fire Frank Lampard and let the new manager in just to, like, assess the talent.
No, it's too much of a mess. They need to get something sorted. This is their worst situation since the Abramovich era.
Yeah. Also with them, like, they've had like 20 managers over the last 10 years as well.
Yeah, they've had everyone.
Yeah, if you're available, you've managed them. Alan Pardew's available, I think. See Pardew getting the job? No, definitely not. Definitely
that's sarcasm 101. You're just hanging around with me too much. Overall, the Premier League is back this Wednesday. The Super Cup finals on in Istanbul. Liverpool are taking on Chelsea.
What's your take for that? I just hope Chelsea don't lose more than 4-0.
I feel that it's a bit harsh for both teams having to go to Turkey to play this match. It's almost like if Frank Lampard wins it with Chelsea, it's not going to keep him in the job longer than the opposite.
Yeah. It might give him an extra week.
Yeah.
That's about it. Like,
it's a massive inconvenience, isn't it?
Oh, it is. You know what? Chelsea really don't need that game. And I almost feel like Liverpool can almost deal with that game to, like, sort of get the flow going faster. I just see Liverpool win that game 3-0, you know.
That game should have been played a few weeks ago, you know. They're like dragging us out.
You know what? That game should be the week before the season starts.
Yeah, shouldn't it? Like the Charity Shield. Oh, see, they already...
Liverpool were in the Charity Shield. Maybe the week before the Charity Shield.
Yeah, something like that. Just get it out of the way.
No team views that as serious. I remember like looking at like Gareth Bale's TVs and it was like 4 European Super Cups. And the cup is named too well for the tournament, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's like, don't give a shit about
it. Yeah, it's a bit of a catfish situation there.
It's the European Charity Shield. Like, I'm sure teams would opt out to play it if they didn't have to.
Yeah. But that goes down on Wednesday. We're going to finish this show off with our score predictions this weekend, like win or lose. So on Saturday, the Premier League is back. Arsenal taking on Burnley. Both teams won the first game.
I'm going to say Arsenal win. I think Lacazette, Aubameyang, Ozil and Pepe will all play and they'll score a few goals.
I'll agree with that. Villa are taking on Bournemouth.
I like Villa. I thought they were actually quite decent for the first 60 minutes against Spurs.
Yeah. I want to keep an eye on Jack Grealish there. Brighton are taking on West Ham.
That one's going to be draw, I'd say.
Yeah, draw. Everton, Watford.
Draw again, I think.
I'll go Everton. Norwich, Newcastle.
I think Norwich will win that.
I'll go draw. Southampton, Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool definitely win. Southampton lost 3-0 to Burnley, didn't they?
Yeah. And then massive game, Man City taking on Tottenham 5:30 on Saturday.
City at home. I think City will want to get them back for the Champions League still, so I think they'll probably win 3-1.
I'd say that's going to be a cracker. I'll go 3-2, Man City. Then Super Sunday, Sheffield United against Palace.
There's nothing super about that. I just think nil all. I don't see anyone's going to go.
I'll go Palace. Chelsea against Leicester at 4:30.
I actually like Leicester, you know.
Leicester could...
City could lose 3 games, or Chelsea could lose 3 games in a row then, you know?
In a week, yeah. I'm going to go Leicester. I think they could do something And then Wolves taking on Man United next week. We'll be recording the next week's show there and then.
I actually sort of fancy it to be a draw, you know. Wolves are like tough to play at Molyneux.
Last 2 times United went there, they lost as well. But after a 4-0 win, I'm going to go Man U. Why not?
There you have it. So guys, thanks a million for watching the show. Like, subscribe, comment.
Yeah.
You know how to do.
By the way, shout out to Lee Duffy, who's winning our fantasy football league as well.
How many points do you have? 89?
89 after game 1.
Well done, Lee Duffy. He must have Sterling and Salah. So guys, thanks a million. And as always,
stay energized.